Sharks Are Important by Annie Klozinski. Can you imagine a world where sharks are extinct? Maybe you're thinking that the beaches would be safer because no one would have to worry about a 300-pound beast with razor-sharp teeth coming after them. Or maybe you're thinking that the world would be better off without the vicious sharks the movies portray. However, this is not the case. This is not true. The world, especially the ocean's ecosystem, would not be better off without sharks. I have done extensive research on the declining of shark populations, and today I'll show you why that is and the effects of it. Recently, there have been a decline in shark populations. According to the International Union of Conservation of Nature, 143 shark species are endangered, and this number is increasing because according to the Smithsonian, 100 million sharks are killed each year. The number one reason for this high number of deaths is shark finning. Shark finning is an act of cutting off all of the shark's fins while the shark is still alive. And since it's banned in 27 countries, including the US, the sharks are tossed back into the water. This is similar to taking an animal, cutting off all their limbs, and leaving them there to bleed to death. This is because, without fins, sharks are unable to move, hunt, or breathe. Sharks breathe by swimming. Swimming pushes water into their gills that filter out the oxygen. So without fins, sharks will die a suffocating and painful death. There's a high demand of shark fins on the black market. 1 pound of shark fin can cost, on average, $450, but this depends on the species. If the species is of higher demand, like the hammerheads, then the cost would be a lot more. You may be asking yourself, well, why people would want shark fins in the first place? This is because of shark fin soup. Shark fin soup is a popular cuisine in Asia. The famous chef Gordon Ramsay traveled to Asia to taste the soup, and he was not impressed. He was even able to board a boat that practiced shark finning, and he called it the worst form of animal cruelty. Sharks are extremely important to the ocean's ecosystem. Many scientists consider sharks to be a keystone species, which means if you remove sharks from the ocean's ecosystem, the whole system would collapse. There are 2 reasons why sharks are beneficial to the ocean's ecosystem. The first reason is that they help keep the food chain in check. They do this because they are a top predator. Sharks prey on bigger fish and rays, who eat the smaller fish and mollusks, who are filter feeders. So without sharks, the bigger fish and rays will consume more of the smaller fish and mollusks. So that nice little beach that you're planning to go to on vacation is now full of algae. And let's face it, no one wants to go swimming in water that's green. Another case of this, according to the Census of Marine Life, is that of the cow-nose rays and the scallops off the mid-Atlantic coast in the United States. The cow-nose rays population is abundant, and their food source, the scallops, are being depleted because they cannot keep up with the demands of the cow-nose rays. The scallops in that area are considered to be endangered. The second reason why sharks are beneficial to the ocean's ecosystem is because they help keep vital habitats healthy. They do this through intimidation. Through intimidation, sharks are able to regulate prey species behavior. An example of this, according to SharkSaver, is of the seagrass beds in Hawaii. Tiger sharks prey on the turtles who eat the seagrass beds. When the tiger sharks are around, their turtles will graze in a wider area. However, when the tiger sharks are not around, the sea turtles will overgraze and destroy the habitat. Sharks are extremely important to the ocean's ecosystem, and their populations are declining because of shark finning and shark fin soup. Now I ask you again, can you imagine a world where sharks are extinct and the ocean's ecosystem are at odds? At this rate, if nothing changes, the future generations won't have to imagine.